Yo, hey, what's up, guys? We are back on the test server, and you probably heard it already. He-Man and Skeletor is back. And yeah, since I only have a 6-star He-Man, because I pulled him, I decided to go all out. Let's see what this guy is actually capable of. And it turned out, oh, he can do some nasty stuff in this game. But hey, if you won't mind, press the like button, subscribe if you haven't done already to let the algorithm know that I exist. And meanwhile, we're gonna check out He-Man, because like this guy actually has some... Wait, I'm on the wrong... He has some power in him. Like, to be honest, he's one of the better ones, and you gotta make your decision not based on this video. Please, I have the 6-star. I stacked them up. I wanna see what is going on. It is a rerun. So I already know what He-Man does. I have an old video that shows what He-Man can do. And this time I just wanna go all out, and I'm gonna show you that he's actually a nasty, kind of a superhero when you stack him up the right way. He's based on buffs. You want buffs on him. Like, if you stack up more buffs over and over, we can weak hit now. It makes your damage better. And of course, we're gonna go for the 3.3 million just quickly Iron Treads. Gone! Just one shot. Yeah. But we gotta make a lot of buffs on him. And then also we gotta stack him up with some hero sets, for example, on our Riho, for example. Like, there is many damage boosters in there. That's the natural way we build our teams these days. Like, support have like certain damage booster capabilities. If they have buffs, for example, you're gonna run a protection set. And if they have debuffs, you're gonna run a hero set. That is what you wanna have on every champion that does some debuffs or some buffs. So that is the natural way. Of course, hey, he got some boost about his other characters around him, but that is fine. That is the normal way, you know. That's why you wanna do these sieges and stuff, so you can get something nice. Alright, let's go into Phantom Shogun quickly, because he can do kind of the same here too. Just gonna one-shot that dude. Of course, I'm gonna use Emic now to get the taunt on my Emic, that the boss is gonna do his first attack on my Emic, and we can actually, yeah, do our normal attacks on our He-Man. 2.9. Wait, that was... I saw more. It is a one-shot, I know, but I want to see the more damage. Come on. Because it feels nice, hey, if you get something to play around that actually does some fantastic stuff. That is a little bit more interesting than just like, yeah, I have a new support champion right here. What can he do? Yeah. He can support! Yeah, he's got affinity for Phantom Shogun. Really, you can do that all day long if you want to. But yes, he can do Sand Devil, but also it's a weak affinity. That's probably not what you want to do, but I'm just gonna do it one time so we can kind of get a feeling what is going on. If you don't weak attack, in this scenario, I actually need to go one rotation further than I usually do, because I need a little bit more buffs on my... What's his name? He-Man. And Siffy didn't usually actually use it. Oh, 3.2. Perfect. No weak attack, so we can just go ahead. And yeah, this is nothing you want to do. Please don't make up your decision about this video. It's just, hey, I pulled the 6-star and I want to see what is going on. And since he is kind of the thing right now and everybody can get one, it makes a little bit more... there's a little bit more reason behind it than just... Yeah, okay, what I want to show you also, it worked once. Let's go, and hopefully it's gonna be in the video, because, like, it's just him right now. Boom! 500,000. Almost 500,000. Let me go for... Yeah, oh, yeah, 450. Boom! 200, 300 only. 700. 500. This guy is kind of nasty. And he was actually capable to... do this thing completely solo, but it was a little bit RNG dependent and stuff. I get all these poison. He heals up about his damage. Hopefully we're gonna break him right there. That's really cool. And yeah, hopefully he doesn't crit us. And we have a real chance to get like just Dragon 10 solo with him done. Just being a damage deal. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, okay, got another attack. That's nice, nice, nice. Ooh. Oh, yes. actually nice. Like, to be honest, just putting a damage dealer in there and he's just rocking that thing through. I know I was a little bit lucky. It's just for the meme, but it will show you that this guy is actually a real damage dealer. Like, I swear to God, he is one of the better ones. Like, in PvE, PvP, he's probably not that good anymore because of the Mercurial right now. He's a single target attacker, sometimes AoE, but Mercurial kind of knocks that out completely out of the park. He has, let me go quickly in Hydra and show you what he kind of has for PvP, where I'm like, yeah, this could be maybe useful. Is his, I think it was his A1 that he does an extra attack hit. Yeah, he does an extra attack on, yeah, those corrupted alliance, like on these guys. And sometimes it could be nice, just his A1, but Mercurial completely knocks him out of the park because it's just one attack all the time, one attack. He does ignore Stone Skin, but yeah, Stone Skin is just not the thing that you run just by yourself. And yeah, Mercurial, if they have a 9-piece, this guy is completely out of the park. Like, 9-piece Mercurial, they take a turn, I take a turn, they take a turn, I take a turn. I will never be able to do any damage on them. That is kind of funky if they're not, like, from this effect right here. So you do a double attack. So, let's go quickly in Hydra. I tried it already a little bit, and I was quite impressed. But I also saw something where I like, hey, I think like 2 days ago I posted a video about Mavara team. And I actually think this guy could be kind of sick in there, because you will see in a second. Let's go in there and let's do some damage. At some point I wasn't really that impressed about his A3 that does 3 million on like other bosses and stuff. You saw that, but it didn't do that much on a decapitated head. I was like, wow. But then it turned out his A1, oh yeah, that's actually not that bad. Like in my team, I use Teox, and I have a Mad Hatter, for example, in here that initiates that really big number. But my Teox would initiate the same numbers, you know? And yeah, you will see in a second, wait, which one is the provoke. Because I did something wrong with He-Man. He is a guy that is... Wait, let me go on his skills quickly. I think you know his skill set, that's why I didn't go over it. I will give you the gear like afterwards and stuff, but for right now, yeah, let's talk about quickly a buff extender, because my Mad Hatter will not use this skill at the moment, like not at all. Let me attack you. Okay, let me not attack you. It's alright. So, this skill right here is dependable on getting buffs over and over and over. Technically, Merciless is not the best decision to make this skill do more damage, because you reset that skill more frequently, and in the meantime you're maybe not able to get more buffs or replace the buffs you already have, stack up new ones on top of it, and so you can actually get up, where is it, decrease the 10% for before use stacks up to 500%. This is quite nice, so kind of taking more longer time in a lethal set or something would be also beneficial. I don't have it right now, but that is kind of his theme. That's why you don't want buff extenders, because you cannot place new buffs on him or something. That's why he will lose a lot of damage. I used first Chris and Mikage, and I was like, it is not quite right. The numbers, they don't look right. So alright, let's use this skill right there, just raw, and it is 1.7. That is quite, like, these numbers are good. Even he's stacked up. I have other champions that are really stacked up, like my Phoenix, Toshiro, Teox, and I see that number and I think that is good. That is what you suspect about a really good damage dealer, besides all the Trundas and Tituses and stuff, you know? So, alright, let's do a little bit more damage right here. Sometimes I talk a little bit too much, but there's so much to talk about, you know? That's why I actually do it, so you guys are informed. Okay, block buffs, I don't think I need it right now. I would like to have the hex on this stupid head, but yeah, weak affinities and stuff, that always is quite a problem. So, I gotta just do A1. Right now, the start didn't look that great. Usually I kill the Mischief and I have way more time to do some damage. Okay, let's use this A2. That one is actually also a pretty quite hefty one. Let's put it on him. Boom! 2.8 raw. That is really good. My man, that is good. That is really good. And I like it. Like, this is not a joke champion. He is, if you buy him, if you invest him in, you got something solid in there. But is he the best or something? Probably not, and you get something better over time. But yeah, again, he's a really nice toy to play around with and stuff. Like, let me not use the block buffs, because I need that for the poison head. If he appears, I kind of need that I need to put that on him. Alright, let me boost right here. Why is the Mad Hatter? Oh, I want that skill that actually did all. And I want to kill the mischief. Please. I hate that moment. But yeah, it's just the realities. Okay, it's uses A1 just raw without too many debuffs and stuff. And we do have, boom, 3 million. 3 million for an A1 is nice. Like my Phoenix fully stacked does 3 million. And then another 3 million hit on Hydra. But technically... But he is initiated by a Teox, so he has like the Mad Hatter effect. What you see in a second. I will use the Mad Hatter skill and the damage will be different. But a double hitter is actually not that great. Like he will do... I show you now. Just go ahead, Bronko. Just stop talking. Show! Alright, let's put some debuffs out there. Or not. But it's okay. We still got the dead head right there. Alright, let's put some right here. And now we will see the damage is totally different. And I like what I see. Now, A1. Boom. Poof. 8 million and more. That is insanely good damage for an A1. Like, this is nice. And it was not because he got many buffs over and over again or something. No, it was because he's just that good. Like, for real. And now we do that. That skill should do a lot of damage, right? Like, let's say 3 million on a normal boss, times 4, 12 million or something. That I was suspecting. But I gotta be real, you gotta also bring all these debuffs and stuff on a deadhead while you have that skill ready. And I don't. I just killed something with all these debuffs. And it probably doesn't do that. Or 7 million? Yeah. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. And I like the dude. Like, for real. It makes sense to have him. At some point, maybe if you're already a crack and you have so many things, if you're a crack and you probably buy him anyway, but if you have so many things free to play for 6 years playing, maybe you don't want to have him because he right now has a 6-star and everything. And that is a part of your decision. If you don't have a 6-star on your champion, you are kind of in a problem because your 6-star Phoenix does more. And it's just an epic that you probably buy way faster and stuff. And you can invest. And you saw in my Mavara team what I can do with that. That is quite hefty. And yeah, it depends what kind of soul you want to get for. Maybe they put up a event where we can get a soul or something. But yeah, I just don't know. At this point, I'm just trying to show off this dude and how cool he is. Because I like him. Like, hey, that Mavara team. Man, I want to do that. Like, I really, really want to do that. Alright, let's put some. And Teox also is kind of nice because he grabs like a buff that is more duration of the others, and then he puts it over, for example, He-Man, and then he receives another buff. So is A2. We are killing too fast. Right now, I don't usually have debuffs, but let's go. Boom! 5 million! This is nice. To be honest, I think I don't have to do the whole run, and it's probably, I just have one damage dealer in here. It's just a showcase about his damage, and it will be over 1 billion and plus what you can do if a good team is available for you. And yeah, this is a great champion. Like, I have nothing against him. And also, if you have just a 3-star soul, a 0-star soul, he is just as good as other champions when they don't have like blessings stacked up to the teeth and stuff. Like, he's a good one, but maybe not, yeah, what you want to do every time. And yeah, I don't have a Chimera team right now. It is sometimes a little bit of a hassle to get my Chimera stuff in there because of the RNG, and the preparation is so much harder to do. So I wasn't able to do it right now. I was just doing a quick test. What can I do with this guy? What is the damage like and stuff? And probably I'm gonna do a Chimera team later on where I'm just, wait, how do we have right affinities? We do! Hey, that's cool. Actually, I can use him. That sometimes plays a role in it's just half weak affinity. I just don't want to do it because it feels dumb to do a showcase where he's just not doing his job. So yeah, a Chimera team will be in the future. And probably a Mavara team. Let's go quickly over the stats because I haven't done that yet. And if I don't, you probably will kill me. And yeah, I don't want to get killed, you know. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the stats, because they are nasty, and I know that already. The first thing, if you wanna build a He-Man, you gotta go attack. Attack is more valuable than your HP, but HP helps. For the future, everything that is listed left is more important than the right one. You don't know how much of importance is in our HP, but getting more attack just generally gives you more. And if you can stack up some HP over top, it's just giving you some extra. And you just never know what the extra is, but keep in mind, you gotta go for attack. That is really important. I got Merciless and Seal. Low, 7,700 attack, 250 speed, 400 crit damage, and I told you this one is stacked up to the teeth, but hey, that is what makes me have the most fun in this game. Actually use my gear that I farm in this game to have some fun, you know. And yeah, about the relic, I do have the cat. Did I forget something in here? No, there's no accuracy check or resistance check or something that we need right now for the Hydra and stuff. So we got the cat's gaze, plus a boss slayer and 2 times of, wait, it showed it already, of the increase. When you have 100 accuracy, you get 1% more damage. I have that 2 times. And yeah, I have a little bit accuracy where I was like, yeah, I gotta go over the top of 200, so I get at least a little bit benefit. I glyphed out the accuracy, what I actually don't need, but it gives me a benefit about the damage. Alright, so the skills, are they booked? Yeah, I think I booked them, right? This is my He-Man, just a copy of my He-Man, what I have on my normal server, and yeah. Alright, okay, Crushing Grant. Since he doesn't do the buff, what's it called again? What is it called again? Here, Heaven Cast. Like, this could be... I don't think so. In generally, more ignored defense really helps. But also, this guy is made for buffs. And this is generally a thing that you want to use Heaven Cast if you don't have a 6-star. To be honest, 100%. Because he's dependable on buffs. That's the thing you're gonna do anyway on him. So you just get benefits out of him. But later on, Crushing Rent, that's what I recommend. Let's go over the... Masteries. It's technically the same thing than ever, but I was trying to get a little bit more damage for my He-Man solo run, but I forgot to put food in there. So this doesn't really sometimes work and stuff. But yeah, Helm Smasher. At some point, it's not worth that much if you have decreased defense and stuff, but also if you don't have 100% ignore defense, a Helm Smasher always helps a little bit. That is basically everything for him. I told you the other champions are in feral sets, protection sets, and something like this, that's just helping out the damage, but that's usually how people do all these cool things. Like even a Taras that can one-shot a Iron Twin stage is also dependable, that other champions bring a lot of buffs and they push him up to the limit so he can activate all his nastiness, and that's usually how you play the game. And yeah, that's all about it. Make sure to press the like button, subscribe if you have done already, and yeah, have a good one.